Okay, so we should be live. So, welcome to the last Shelf Indulgence book club for the year. Before we get into it, um, we are going to be talking about Kingdom of the Cursed. Yes. I always have to double check, see which one's up there. We're going to be talking about Kingdom of the Cursed, full spoilery discussion. But if you want to join us, we are planning on doing the beginning of January. Tentative dates, I'll post them on my Twitter. But in January, we're going to be doing our book awards. So you guys tend to really like those. So definitely come join us. It will be over on Gabby's channel.
Yes,
So
I'm super
yeah,
excited. I
cool.
look forward to this video all year.
Same. It's always so fun. Yeah,
It
we have to
really
figure out a
is.
way to like do it multiple times a year because
We
it's
should
so
do
fun.
like a halfway through mark, like the
Yes.
freak out tag or something.
Oh yeah, mid-year freak out
Yeah,
book
we should
tag.
totally do that for
Yeah,
2022.
I'm down. So, do we want to first off, like I know that I had to go back and reread Kingdom of the Wicked, and then I read Kingdom of the Curse, so I was going right into it. Did you also do that too?
I did. So I had originally started Kingdom of the Cursed by my and for some reason it just didn't compute. I was so confused. I couldn't remember anything, and so hey Hannah.
Hi,
And
Hannah.
so I after talking to you, you said that you went back and you reread Kingdom of the Wicked and it went by really, really quickly. And I agree. Like I just binged it. I think in like 1 or 2 days I was able to listen to it really quickly and just kind of get through. I was even able to like skip some scenes, like some of the more flowery scenes, like in the restaurants and stuff. I was able to skip. I really wanted just like the nitty gritty stuff that I had forgotten, especially the ending.
Yeah. So, jumping in to Kingdom of the Cursed, what did you end up rating it?
A 5 out of 5 star.
Oh my goodness.
I loved it.
So, I'm
No,
still
not for
like
you. No.
I'm teetering back and forth between a 4 or 5. It was very good. It was very good. Um,
I'm like gonna go buy the hard copy. I think I'm gonna like reread it.
you tend to like go back and reread your favorite scenes of like spicy books, though.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
This was way more spice
Oh
than
my
I was
gosh. I
anticipating.
know. I know.
Yeah. So for this,
5 stars. Heck yeah. Sorry.
um, way more spice than I was expecting, considering the first one was very tame.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
do we think this is like, should this be in YA anymore?
I think it's I would consider it new adult.
I'm just surprised at how much spice was in this one.
Yeah.
Um, Considering that like maybe it's gonna turn into like the Akatar series where it started
Yeah.
off in YA and then it got recoded to adult because of how
Yeah.
intense the books are. Like this is book 2, so how much are we gonna get in book 3?
Yes, Throne of Glass did for sure. I completely agree.
Yeah.
Actually, question, Hannah. At Barnes& and Noble, you said ACOTAR is now considered adult?
Yep, it's adult fantasy.
Okay, new adult, is that a new thing? Like, do you have a section for it? No. Okay.
No, not really. It's like a subgenre of
It's
things, but it's not
it's something
actually
that we've
like
just like
coded.
coined essentially, but it's not
Yeah.
like in bookstores.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um, so I really enjoyed this. Do we I do have some complaints though.
Okay.
No, I did see that. Okay, so I'm gonna pop this up here. Um, Hannah said, "Did you guys see the title release for the third book?"
No.
This one, I like saw that she was like coming out within the past couple of days, and I forgot to check back
That's
in.
so quick.
Right in what it is.
What is it?
um,
Kingdom of the Feared. Nice.
oh,
Nice. Oh, it's the finale in a trilogy. Oh,
yeah, but
those
I can
dang
see her maybe
trilogies.
doing like a spin-off too. There's so much to explore in this world.
I feel like this could be like a 4 or 5 book series.
Yeah, Totally, totally.
Like we didn't get enough answers in Kingdom of the Cursed. Like we just got more questions. I want answers.
Okay, so that is why I'm teetering back and forth between a 4 or 5, is because so much of it, like the pacing felt slightly off to me a little bit
Okay.
because I was listening through and we were like really deep in a scene, and then all of a sudden we cut to like she's with someone else, and I'm like, wait, who is she with? And I
Okay.
kept having to flip back, and I didn't like that it didn't flow as much as I wanted it to. I didn't think the transitions were as good. And also, like, her focus, maybe this is just like character critique versus a book critique, but she drove me nuts sometimes
Hmm.
because she would go from like, I want to figure out my sister's murder, I want to figure this, like, solve this, I want to get revenge, to her being all about wrath and like all about that, and then she switches to working with envy, and I'm like, what is
Well, that's
happening? Like,
that's the
you need
point
to.
though. Like because she's in like all of these the seven deadly sins are like working against her. That's the point. Like she is having trouble focusing and she is easily swayed into opposite directions. Like
So maybe
I
maybe
think
it's a character critique
I,
then,
I
because it was
I think
driving
that's
me
the
nuts.
point. Yeah, because there was that one point, okay, where they're in the um war room and they're training, and he's like, do you have any fears, do you have anything, like he tries to get into her mind, and
Hmm.
she's like, oh no, I got this, like he can't control me, and she's being like super arrogant about it, and he's like, are you sure, are you sure, you seem kind of prideful. So like that's the thing, like it's all of these different things that's like causing her to lose focus, and that's why she jumps and her thoughts are all over the place, which I would normally I'd agree with you. I would feel like it's kind of choppy, but I actually really like it because it makes sense. Like there's reasoning for it. She can't like she's battling, like lust, and she's
But
battling pride and
when
wrath.
she was switching her motives, though, in the book, it didn't have anything to do with the seven deadly skins. So like her all of a sudden wanting to work with Envy and get these like objects.
Well, I think her end goal is always the same: solve Victoria's murder.
I don't know. She felt very non-focused to me. I don't know how to
Yeah,
phrase it.
Yeah, she needs to build character for sure, but it kind of reminded me a little bit of Akatar with like Feyre. Feyre was kind of all over the place as well. She really had to develop. I mean, this is her first time in the, hell.
New elements, yeah.
Exactly. So it's going to take some like getting used to. Um no, you're good, Hannah. I can see your
Oh, the first comment. Yeah, you're
yeah,
good.
yeah. But I forgot what I was saying. But yes,
New elements. First
yes.
time in the new.
So I think any of us would be so out of place and everything would be just new and yeah.
Maybe it'll be better in the third one, that she'll have more of a focus
Yeah.
to it. But it was with that, it was making it hard to follow a bit because I was like getting whiplash with like how quickly she was getting pulled into different directions. And I was
Yeah.
like, to me, it felt like she was being like wishy washy on what
Yeah.
she was trying to do. And that was bothering me.
I can see that. I was actually read a review that someone was saying how like she goes from she the yeah, it was an amazing setting. I really enjoyed
Yes.
it. Um it reminded me so much of the Akatar with like the different like in the Fey realm and like the different kingdoms,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
um or the different seasons, I guess. But I love all that political intrigue between like houses and stuff like that. I find it fantastic. But um oh yeah, I read a review that was saying how she kept going back and forth between, like, for example, like sex, it being not a big deal, and how she's gonna, you know overcome it, and then she'll go back and she's super modest and she's like, "Oh, well, girls, women shouldn't think this way." But then she'll think like,
I like that
"Oh,
part though.
you did? Okay." Well, no, no, that didn't bother me. I was just reading a review that someone was saying that she like kept going back and forth.
It felt very realistic to me because
Yeah,
she was ingrained with this behavior and this thought process for so long
right,
that it like
absolutely.
she was going back on what she was taught, not what she feels. So it felt like a very nurture versus nature type of fight in her
Yeah,
head, and she was dealing with it back and forth. So I liked that because it felt very, very realistic.
that's true.
Um, for that particular battle, based on sex, based on the ideas that she grew up in her culture and
Hmm.
like being passed down. So I really enjoyed that part of it. Um,
No, I did too. I did too. I was just mentioning that I read a review like that.
yeah. Was there any parts that you disliked out of it?
Honestly, I really liked. Okay, I'm confused with the ending, and I'm unsure if I like it or not. Um,
Do you want to just dive into the ending? Like,
yeah, I'm a little
do we
confused.
think she's actually alive?
That's what I was saying. Like, is she actually alive?
I could really go two ways because, like, the whole prophecy of the whole thing is that one is going to reign in hell and one's going to reign in heaven. So she could be like dead but not dead because she could be like she's in hell but she's alive.
Oh, and
She
he
could
calls
be
her my angel.
yes.
Interesting. That's an interesting
So
theory.
so she could be like alive, like dead but not alive. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Like
Yeah.
she's living in heaven, but she's not dead. So
Okay.
she could still be like a player in this setting type of
Yeah.
thing,
Yeah.
or it could be a trick.
It could
But
be.
I think it's the first one.
That's okay. That's really smart. Okay. That makes more sense. So I hate the secret trope. You know that trope where it's like the miscommunication.
Miscommunication trope. Yeah.
I feel like there was a lot of that in this book. So much miscommunication where it's like, "Oh, I have to keep secrets from you for your own good, but I also want you to be my wife and my equal." I hate
Yeah.
that. And she does the exact same thing. Like the second she found out that she was cursed and her magic was taken, she should have gone to him. But I
But
can understand she's having trouble like trusting him.
yeah.
But at least on his behalf, like he shouldn't be keeping her in the dark.
But he had the curse too that was preventing him from saying anything. Like he physically couldn't
Oh,
say
that's
it.
true.
So that's like the way around it that it's
Interesting.
like
Okay.
it's kind of okay because you literally can't say anything.
Yeah, I guess. But why couldn't they just say they loved each other?
Do they?
Yeah, at the very end, didn't they? They chose each other.
But they didn't say they loved each other.
I think she said no, because she said she. I don't think she said I love you like specifically, but I'm pretty sure she said like, would you choose me if there was no binding, nothing? If you were free to choose, we had no commitment to each other. Would you choose me? Could you choose me? And I'm pretty sure he said yes. And
I don't think he actually answered.
yes, I think he did.
I don't think he actually answered that question.
I don't know, Hannah. You tell us.
Yeah, I think Hannah, you got the hard copy. Go look it up because we did it both on audiobook. I just listened to it and because she was like, "Can you not say like because he was still having a hard time coming through with the curse,
Yeah.
so he couldn't say certain things." I don't think that he actually
Yeah,
admitted anything.
because the ending scene, they're about to like make the
Yeah,
bond, marriage bond.
yeah, but that doesn't mean that they love each other. I think she's trying to rule the underworld as the queen, not underneath him. I think
No,
she's trying to overtake
I
it.
swear I thought I heard her say she loved him, like in her mind. 'Cause we're in first person.
All right,
I'm
Hannah's gonna look it up for us.
I'm like
It's the very last scene of it.
It's the very last scene. Yeah.
I don't think that he said anything. It was just alluded to, which is again the tricky part of this whole book is because things are said without really being said. So it leaves a lot to the imagination of you just assuming, and that's how you get betrayal.
Yeah. So this says the book ends with Amelia and Wrath reconciling and deciding to consummate their marriage.
Yes, true.
But I don't know.
But they've talked about in the book lust and hate and like having sex doesn't have to do anything with liking each other
That's
or loving each
true.
other.
Dang
It's
it.
about hating.
I wish
Oh,
I
we
wish I
are
had the
ready,
hard
Hannah.
copy. I wish I had the I wish I had the hard copy.
I know. Now, yeah, now it's killing me. So I think this is my theory is that she is they're kind of like being like, hey, we are clearly attracted to each other. We are mutually benefiting from this like allegiance together.
No, I
But
think
I
they're
think she is going to take over. She's going to try to take over the Seven Realms and have no one be her king. Like or kill him. I don't know. I don't
no,
know. I think she's
I
trying
think
to
they
overtake everything.
I think they're choosing each other. The whole premise is the choice. They have a choice. He
Yeah, and
constantly
she's
tells her,
choosing to work with him.
"That's true.
Like
Okay, that's true."
mutually beneficial. She's choosing to take that path, but I don't think she's going to settle being anybody's second. I think she's trying to overtake some stuff.
Or just be equals.
Nope.
No.
I don't see it. Nope.
I see an act.
Yeah, no. I think she still has revenge on. She's
But
got
if
a
her
lot of vengeance
but if her
from being
sister's
lied
not
to.
okay,
Okay, okay.
so she
We're gonna
asks
pop this up on the screen here.
so she asks "You're reminded I choose you as my husband."
Oh yeah, because he says, um, what if I don't have to wait about it? Or like what if I don't have to wait to answer? But
Yeah.
he never actually answers. Cause she's like it's like a sigh of relief that she says and never actually answers.
Sorry.
Yeah. I don't think that he actually says it. That's where it's gonna get tricky. Also, Hannah,
I
you are the real
swear I heard her
MVP for
say,
typing all this out.
"Yeah, thank you." Oh, okay. Oh, no one else I'd rather face my demons with. One standing by my side, he says, and if I don't require time to think.
See? See? No one ever actually admits it.
I think they fall in love.
That's because you like the neat little bow, and I'm like, nah, some shit is happening. There is plot afoot. Amazing. I think this sums up everybody's reaction.
Fair,
Yeah.
fair.
I really think that she's gonna like take over because she's pissed that like also I
No,
love the aspect of what?
she's pissed at her sister.
She's pissed at everybody
That's true.
because I love the whole memory aspect of it.
Oh my god, were those memories? Were
Totally
those
memories.
future?
Yeah, that's totally memories.
So
And
who's the guy?
I think it's all tied in with the whole conversation she had with Envy about Wrath took something from me, I'd like to take something from him, and Wrath having a partner before, but no one will talk about it. I think it was her. And something happened to her. I
Interesting.
think they were together before,
Interesting theory.
but she lost her memories.
Okay. So what do you think she was like rebirthed?
Maybe, or maybe it's like a Persephone thing of like
Hmm.
they're fated to be together, but they have to go through these cycles and
Interesting.
everything.
Okay, maybe she died, and
Yeah.
then like she was like she came back, and she's in Sicily now. Because I wonder if like there's I don't, that's an interesting theory.
I could see it turning into the type of trope of she comes back, continually betrays Wrath time and time again, but he is like in love with her.
Hmm.
And so he just takes it every time because at least he gets to be with her eventually.
Interesting. I'm still crossing my fingers for they make a power team and kick ass.
For a little bit, totally, but I think she's gonna betray him in the end.
I read the first, I think book The Fallen. Oh yes, I read like the first two books. It was I didn't would not a huge fan.
I have no idea what that is, to be honest.
It's the same thing. Like the girl is like destined to be with like the angel or demon. I think he's a demon. It's like angels and demons kind of thing with like fallen angels and the
Oh,
girl is like
yeah. I recognize the covers.
yeah, but
They
now is yeah.
look very reminiscent to PC Cast to me.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so this is Hannah's
Actually,
theory.
I did a book review. Okay, that's an interesting.
Yep, I'm with you. I think that's part of it. I still think she's gonna betray him.
I don't think so.
I
Well,
don't
I think
buy it.
no, I think she will. I think it will, like, be
Oh,
okay.
you cut out a
Oh,
minute.
sorry. Better?
Yeah, what was that?
Okay. I think she probably will betray him because we need like a huge epic twist, I'm assuming, in book 3. Um, but I think there will be probably some sort of betrayal between the two of them for like the whole miscommunication shit. But then I do think that maybe in the end they will choose each other.
So do you
I
think
just cried. Queen of Hell, yeah.
do you
Um,
think that she and her sister are gonna be enemies?
that would be such a fantastic plot.
Because I mean they're already kind of slated to be enemies, with one being the angel, one being the
Yeah,
devil.
that would be such an interesting plot. Interesting.
Or do you think they're gonna like work together?
Yeah, maybe. Interesting. I don't know. That is if she's actually alive.
No, yeah, I think she actually is.
How, what do you think of like their necklaces being his wings?
That was a bit confusing to me, to be honest.
No,
What does
Wrath is
that
the true
mean?
devil.
His wings.
So like the witch cursed him and took his wings.
So, can they all fly? Or just
Battle it
him?
out. I don't know actually. I have no idea.
I think it's gonna be like an epic fight.
I
Ah,
I was hoping there would be more like at the during the feast.
mm.
That's why I was like, "Oh my gosh, something's gonna happen. There's only 25% left of the book. We're about at the feast. What's gonna happen?" But never. That didn't happen. So,
The surprisingly, like with the tongue getting cut out, that was more like where shit hit the fan type of thing.
yeah.
Like of the like his pride, I guess,
Mhm,
took into place of being like, don't touch what's mine.
mhm. Yeah.
Um, who do we not? I mean, it's hard to trust anybody. But so was she? Where was she taken when the whole hunt thing happened? And she was like hauled off into like this house. Was she at his house? Like who's? You know what I'm talking about? When she's like on the horse and she rides into the other territory, and then they're like taking her, and they like put her in for like 2 hours or something, like holding her.
Yeah, I think it was just one of the Pride's
Pride's
Palace.
Palace.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. But like, why would they take her? Wouldn't
Be-
everybody know about her by now? Like,
I don't I don't think so. Well, they didn't know who she was until she said something,
yeah, but she said something before they took her.
but they didn't harm her.
Yeah, but why would they detain her for 2 hours if they knew who Wrath was?
Maybe it's just the politics. We'll probably learn more about it. We didn't dive too much into the politics. But
True.
I'm hoping to get more in the next one. That's what I'm saying. I feel like this book could be, well, I'm thinking we either need a really long third book or this could be like a really good 3-book series. Or a 4-book series.
It's gotta be chunky with
Yeah.
how much
We
there
we
is here.
we need so much to like we need an epic fight scene. We need like some sort of plot twist. We need lots of character development. We need a lot more political intrigue and like explanation on that. Um,
And like world building if
yeah.
she is if she is still alive and they have to go and meet, are they gonna go to heaven? Are we gonna see that? Do either of you know the myth
Uh,
of Hecate? That'd be fun, and I don't
mm-mm.
know much, but Queen of Witches rules in the underworld sound familiar. Yeah.
I'm actually not familiar with that.
It's gonna be interesting because there's so many different ways that this can go.
Mhm.
I really do like the spin on this myth, though. Like, it's like a myth inspired book, even if
With
it's not like the Greek myths or those type of myths, but the myth is very strong in this book, and I like that that's like tying in with things.
Mhm. I love the 7 deadly sins. Like, I really like that.
Yeah.
I also want to learn more about the 7 sisters or the 7
Yes.
witches. We
Seven
need more
Sisters.
about 7 sisters. There's
Hmm.
just and then we need more explanation on the mirror and the key.
Yep.
There's just so much that needs to happen in the next book. I'm curious. Her capturing the devil, I think, is pretty chunky. So she can write a chunky book. Yeah, this one is 444 pages. So I think she can write pretty chunky books.
Yeah.
So, did you like this one? I'm so eager for the next book. Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Definitely.
I think this will be one that I'm probably going to reread before the third one comes out because it's one of those like I feel like we might forget a lot of important stuff.
Yep. This would be a fun, like, I don't know, like readathon type of, and just like
Mhm.
reread all of the series leading up to that book. That would
Yeah.
be good to
Yeah.
like absorb all that stuff.
I also kind of am like wanting to reread her stalking Jack the Ripper. But do you know what I like is that I feel like she does really good with her second books. Well, granted, we've only read 2 series from her, but Hunting
Yes.
Prince Dracula is my favorite in the series. And then
Same.
I much more enjoyed Kingdom of the Curse than I did Kingdom of the Wicked. I felt like
Yep.
Kingdom of the Wicked was a little slow and it just like it didn't stick with me. But this one's gonna stick with me.
Yes. I think the more so the characters, like the feeling I have for the book than necessarily the details because it was so wishy-washy.
Hmm.
But I definitely think like I will remember and easily be able to recommend this type of book.
Hmm.
Um,
It's a good book series to recommend
yeah,
so far. Did
it's
you
got a
like
lot
this?
of good tropes in it.
Yeah, did you like the second one better?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
The
I
whole
probably will rate it a 5 stars.
I
Now
love
that we're
rereading.
talking more about it.
Yeah, I agree, definitely, Hannah, rereading it. I wanna be
Yeah.
like,
I'm so glad that we did that this time around for this one.
rereading it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I started this book and I was like, "Wait a second, does she even know she's a witch?" And it's like, yeah, like, that I forgot that we knew she was a witch. Like, so which is, like, a huge integral part, so oh, that's another thing we need to get more of. Like in the next book, we need to read more about like her powers and her magic. Like she didn't do a lot of magic in this book.
Because it was holding her back, which was a perfect mix. I'm so glad they added that in there.
Yeah. Yeah, but I want to see more.
Yeah. No, and that's why I think she's gonna overtake everything because I think Wrath is afraid of her power.
I think so too. That's a really good one. Or I want you as my equal. I just love their banter. And she's like, well, if you want me as your equal, then start respecting me.
Yes.
I love their banter.
I'm gonna just put it out there that I think she's gonna betray him. It's not gonna be all tied up in a bow like you like, and we'll revisit that at the end of the next book and see who was right.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't think she's going to end it badly.
Oh, I do. I
You
think
do?
it's gonna be, oh yeah. I
Think it's
think
going to
it's
be
gonna
dark?
be like all hell is breaking loose and she's gonna like destroy the world because she's so pissed. And I think it's gonna be that Wrath is gonna just like take it on the chin because he at least he gets to be with her for a little bit type of thing.
Yeah.
But she's not gonna care and is gonna be so wrathful. I don't rageful. I don't know what the like she's gonna be so consumed in anger.
Vengeful.
Yes, thank you. That she's going to like just tear the world apart and that'll be like the end bit of it to like cinch it all together is being like I would watch you burn down the world 1,000 years over and over again because at least I get to be with you a little bit and that's what's gonna like make it better.
Oh, that's so heartbreaking though.
I think that's how it's gonna go.
Oh, no. I want the gushy adorable love too. Yes. Because that's what's so good is when they're like in love but they still banter.
But what about these books?
This
Think that
whole
you guys are gonna get this happy ever after?
Well, I mean, I don't think it's gonna be happy ever after. I think her sister will actually truly die.
Listen, I'm not writing it. I just think this is how that's gonna
Okay,
go.
listen, okay, but what do you think about Victoria, like, truly dying? Because she was supposed to be dead at the very beginning, and now remember we discussed this, and I was like, "They're gonna bring her back. They're gonna bring
Yeah,
her back."
yeah.
Um,
Technically, they never didn't bring her back because
yeah.
technically she wasn't gone.
I bet you there's gonna be some sort of plot twist where one of the sisters actually have to remain dead. And so she's gonna have to go through that grief all over again. Like one of them has to sacrifice themselves
I could see a
for
sacrifice
something.
happening.
She- I'm with you on that. Yeah. Yeah. If we can
Amazing.
have Wrath and Amelia happy. Yeah. Um or Victoria and Pride. No, 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 no.
Or you're not gonna like this
Don't
answer
even say it.
either. Wrath is gonna sacrifice himself to save Amelia between the Victoria Amelia battle. So then she has to reign in hell by herself
He
because he's
can't
gonna
die.
sacrifice himself.
He's a
Maybe
he's
by an angel he can die.
he's the devil though. He's like which by the way, did we
But if they are equal and they do something with their magic, so they're both reigning,
hmm, I don't know. We'll see. We'll have to
I
read it
don't
and
think
see.
Wrath's getting a happy ending. I'm gonna put it out there.
Do you think were you shocked about like Wrath's true a happy ending?
We'll see, guys. Check back in after the third one, and we'll see who's right.
Yeah.
I wasn't surprised. I didn't call it, but there was so many signs leading up to it that I wasn't surprised about it.
It's kind of like
Yeah, I just good luck.
um Yeah, I'm with you on there. I'm with you with yeah. I'm gonna throw the book.
Yeah, yeah. See, and that's why we need a reading vlog this one to watch the book throw.
Oh yeah, I might actually buy the hard copy of like I might actually buy the trilogy when the third one comes out and like reread and then have like a vlog of that because like I feel like things are just so much more epic when you can read it physically.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Um what was like okay,
That
if
should be a
you
New Year's resolution for us is to physically read our book club books instead of
that's
audiobooks.
yeah, that's actually that's a good one. That's a good one. What if you could choose like one of the seven deadly sins? Like, which one would you want to be kind of a part of? Like, which
Oh,
one do
like
you,
in their house?
well, or like, which one would you associate yourself with more? Like envy, pride, gluttony, wrath. I forgot what the other
Mm,
ones were. What are the seven ones?
oh God, this is a hard question.
Uh, what are they? Envy, pride. I for,
Not being like the people who are running it, just like by the
wrath.
traits themselves.
Yeah, yeah. Just like what do you find like what do you consider yourself like more of like like sinful? Like what do you sin more? I guess I don't know. That sounds
Yay.
terrible, but you know what I
No, yeah,
mean.
yeah. Okay, so the seven deadly sins: sloth, pride, greed, lust, envy, gluttony, wrath.
Okay.
Um, I would
What's sloth?
like it's usually like in association with like sleepy or um like lazy or
Okay. Laziness. Got it.
yeah. I would like me personally, I would probably be and like I'd end up being in pride.
I was going to say pride for you. Not that there's anything wrong.
Fun dash of sloth.
I think honestly, I would consider okay, I wouldn't consider myself slothful.
Slothful.
But
You
if
are
I
so close to the camera.
sorry, I'm trying to read. I'm sorry, I'm trying to read. It's very tiny.
It's
I,
fine.
I
We're just gonna roll up close with Gabby here.
sorry. I wouldn't consider myself slothful, but if I could be hella lazy and not do anything, that might be a
I
good
think
one.
I think younger me would maybe be an envy,
Oh, mine
but
would be
older me would probably be in pride. Slash wrath. I could also see myself a little bit in wrath, but mostly pride.
I wouldn't consider myself greed or gluttonous. I would say I'm
Yeah.
sloth and wrath with maybe a dash of lust.
Yeah. I have a very chatty cat. And I don't have my
Oh,
headphones in.
okay. Who ended up trying to kill her? No, who it was? Oh
I don't
yeah,
think so. Did we?
he said he
You're
killed
cutting out.
him. Sorry, he said he killed him, but we don't know who it was.
Yeah, we don't know, but yeah, because he's like, he said like in that scene, like his death is not yours
It's mine.
to, yeah, it's to bear or
Yeah,
undertake or something like that.
but we don't know who sent him to kill her.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Okay.
Is there anything else that you wanted to go over before we peace out for our last live show of the year.
No, I think we're good. Anything else you wanted to add? What was your favorite scene? Mine was the pool scene.
um,
I just love that he's like, nothing man made can go in the water. And she's like, you think that's going to deter me?
I don't know if all of it was so good. I don't know if I have a favorite scene, honestly.
I know.
I liked the training scenes,
Yeah, me
and I
too.
liked the like after training scenes.
I love the scene where he like comes back in her room and he sees the skulls
Yep,
and she's like,
establishing boundaries.
yeah, yeah, exactly. And she's like, now, Your Majesty, leave.
Yep, I did like that part. Yeah. Um, so we are having a final. I guess to sum up the year, we're gonna do our book awards. Going to be over on Gabby's channel, beginning of January. So definitely stay tuned for that. It's usually a really fun live show that we do, and then we are going to be kicking off, and I will be releasing on my Twitter the next book club picks.
Do we just
I
want to say what we have for the first couple?
Yeah. So the first one I think we're doing is Mistake, right?
The
For
Mistake.
January. And then we're going to actually go back into a series like we did with Vampire Academy. But the first series that we're going to tackle for starting in February is going to be From Blood and Ash series, which I'm pretty sure Hannah has already read because I've
By,
seen it on her channel.
yeah, Jennifer L. Armentrout, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I hear she's. I haven't read anything, but no, I read. Did she write Lux?
Yes.
Okay, apart from Lux, I hear she is really, really good.
Yeah. Another like spicy romancy similar to Sarah J. Maas
Hmm.
books.
Yeah.
We also need to talk like offline on if we're finishing Crescent City because that's also coming out in the
Oh,
beginning of the
I'll read
year.
it. We could do it. We'll
But
see.
that's also like I think it comes out in February.
Oh, yay.
Cool,
I'm
cool,
glad,
cool.
Hannah. Oh, and with the Mistake, it's it is the second companion to
The Deal.
which is what is it? What's the
L. Kennedy.
it's like the on campus series. That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's the on campus series and the we read the deal and so now we're going to read the mistake. If you haven't read the deal, Hannah, you might actually really really like it.
I think
Um
she read it. I may be wrong, but I think she read it.
but it's very quick. You should be able to get it done pretty quickly. And I mean, we still have all of December and most of and January. So
Yeah.
we're gonna let you guys kind of catch up, read the first one, and then we're gonna read the mistake. I think these are like 250, 300 page books.
Yeah, they're real easy to fly
Yeah,
through.
they're not very long.
So that's what we've got for. Oh, she's already read the
Oh,
whole series.
yay! Oh well, okay, Hannah. Well, sorry,
Definitely
no
join
new
us.
books. No new books for you, but hopefully you can still join in and have lots of theories, and it'll be fun because you'll already know what's going to happen.
You can see if our theories are correct.
Yes, that would be really exciting. We can get like a third person kind of telling us like,
Or no, but no
"Ooh,
spoilers,
no
obviously.
spoilers,"
No
but just be like, "Ooh, that's interesting."
spoilers. All right, well, thank you guys for watching, and we will see you beginning of the year. Happy holidays.
Yes.
And yeah, we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye, guys.